Hey my loves, today this is going to be a video a lot of you have been waiting for and requesting, and I'm so excited to finally bring it to you. This is going to be how I kind of did the pastel galaxy rainbow unicorn hair, and this is a temporary hair color. And when I mentioned that, I think everyone was even more excited to figure out how I had done it, because this is supposed to wash out between like 5 and 10 washes. More than wanting to see a tutorial, everyone just wanted to know what products I used in order to achieve this. And I'm going to show you a mini tutorial in this. And I'm also going to give you guys a little bit of a salon horror story time, just because I think that a lot of people don't understand why I do my hair on my own, why I don't know, I've learned how to do hair on my own just because I've had so many bad experiences. And I'm so excited because I'm finally going to reveal to you guys that I think about a week and a half ago, I used these Splat Colorizer color toning conditioners on my hair. And I got all 3 shades that I found at my local Walgreens. They have the shade Pushy Pink, they have the shade Violet Vixen, which this one was the most loved, and we have the shade Bossy Blue. And I'm really, really excited because after I had already bought these and used these and loved them and planned to make a video, Splat actually reached out and said that they wanted to sponsor a video. So they are sponsoring today's video, and they gave me a lot of information on this product I did not know already, so you guys are going to have like all the insider tips on how to use it. These are not technically hair dyes, they are color toning conditioners. They are made for like light blonde to light brown hair, and I applied them all over my head. My roots are pretty dark and no color adhered to my roots. So you're gonna have to have relatively light hair in order to use these. They last anywhere from 5 to 10 shampoos. There's no bleach, no ammonia, nothing like that. It's literally going to change your hair color as you condition. They smell like very fruity and fresh, and it was an absolute pleasure to have this on my head. My hair felt very moisturized. Now, Splat recommended that you leave them on for a minimum of 20 minutes for a very intense hair color. And you're going to see as I start to play the demo portion here, my lower layers where I put on the blue and the pink, initially, of course, I'm putting on the blue on the very, very bottom layer. This one turned out the brightest and faded the least because it was on there for probably close to 25 minutes. So I really feel like if you wanted this to be intense, if you wanted it to last a really long time, you would want to leave it on for like maybe 20 to 25 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. It just depends on your comfort level and what you're looking for. And then of course I'm moving up to the next layer and I'm applying this gorgeous, gorgeous pink. I really, really like this shade a lot, and I like the way it looked against the blue. The top layer where I did the violet, I made a few mistakes with this. Number one, I did not use gloves to apply it. I ripped the pair of gloves that came with one of the boxes, and I didn't have any extras with me, so I had to put it on with my bare hands because the other 2 pairs of gloves that I had already had like conditioner on them. The conditioner does not sink in and penetrate the hair as well if you're not using gloves, so definitely keep some gloves on hand. That is a tip for sure. And also, I only left it on for maybe 10 minutes. Like I started the timer right after it was all over my head, or all over this top layer of my hair rather, and I left it on for 10 minutes, and I feel like this chunk faded the fastest, and I really like the color that it's at right now, but I wish I had left it on a lot longer so it would have kind of matched the intensity of the bottom 2 shades in my hair. So I started my timer, I left it on for 10 minutes, I rinsed the whole thing out, and here is what it looks like right after I basically like blow dried it and styled it and stuff like that. And I feel like almost over the days as it sat in my hair, it got more and more like, just it looked better, if that makes any sense. So I went about 5 days without washing my hair. This is the first time that I've washed it now, and I do feel like, again, that top color did fade, the bottom shades did not. If you want this to last, then definitely leave it on longer. But if you are looking for something like a temporary hair color for Coachella, I think it's fine to leave it on for like 5 to 10 minutes and it will wash out a lot faster. I think that you can find this in most drugstores right now. It's very inexpensive. I bought mine for like $7.99, and then Walgreens was running a sale. So I really wanted to do a little hair tutorial, show you guys how I use these bad boys and what I did to my hair. And I hope you guys found this helpful, just this little like demo portion, just because I know so many of you were asking how I did it, what I used, but especially with summer and stuff coming up, this is going to be such a cool way Even if you don't want to do like the rainbow multicolored look, if you just want to do the blue or the pink or the purple or whatever, it's going to be such an easy way to change your hair color and not have that struggle of like trying so hard to get it out, you know, like once school comes around, because it is just meant to wash right out of your hair. So I thought that as long as I was showing you guys how I was doing my own hair, I would answer a question on why I don't get my hair done professionally. Every salon experience I've had as an adult has been awful, and I'm going to tell you the worst experience I ever had. And I made kind of a vlog about this when I was still living in Kansas, but I called at this salon. They had great reviews online, and it was a relatively small, inexpensive salon. And at the time I was kind of on a budget, so I was like, okay, this is gonna be awesome. I'm so glad that I found this place. It has great reviews. I can afford to get my hair done there. I'm finally gonna get a great haircut. So I go into the salon at like 9 a.m., whatever my like appointment time was, and the girl was so sweet, and we were vibing and we were talking, but it kind of occurred to me that she had been trying to brush my hair, and my hair is very tangly. It gets so tangly so easily, and it's because it's very dry, and the strands are super thick and coarse. My hair is just, it's very, very dry and coarse and thick. And so she was like trying really hard to detangle it, and she had been doing this for about 30 minutes. And I was like, you know, maybe I should offer to help her or something. Like, I'd never had someone struggle that badly. It's not like I didn't brush my hair for days on end or something. It was kind of strange that she was having so much trouble, and I think maybe she was trying not to hurt me. So I asked her, hey, do you want me to just brush it myself? And she was like, oh my God, that would be a huge help, whatever. So I like took the brush, I brushed through my hair. I got all the tangles out in maybe like 5 minutes. And then she took me to the sink to wash my hair. And of course, you know, that takes like another 10, 15 minutes, and everything is fine. Like at this point, everything's fine. I'm a little bit irritated that we've kind of spent so much time detangling my hair just because I kind of felt like I'd already been there for so long and nothing had happened. Like, I've already been there for 45 minutes by the time my hair is washed. We still have to cut it and style it and stuff like that. And so we get back to the chair, and I'm really excited. I'm telling her what I want. Like, I want a side bang. I want, you know, just kind of the ends cleaned up, and I want kind of my layers put back in. And she starts trimming the edge of my hair. I realize like it's starting to get kind of busy. All of the other chairs are filled up. Like, it's starting to get busy. And to kind of give you a little bit of like background information on my town at the time, I was living in like the University of Kansas, college town. So all of these college-aged girls are coming in and getting their hair done, and they're not asking for cuts. They're getting like updos and stuff like that. They're getting their hair curled. And I'm just like, wow, like everyone is getting their hair done today. This is so cool. I wonder if there's like a military ball or something like that, because in case you don't know, my husband is military. So the other town, like right next door to this, was obviously a military town because everyone in the military lived there. It was very weird the way that these two towns were. Like, sometimes they flooded into each other, whatever. And she's like, no, graduation is tonight, the girl who's doing my hair. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And then a client comes in, a college-age girl walks in the door, and my stylist excuses herself. And she goes and she like tells the client, I'll be right with you. And this is when she like comes up to the chair and she's like, hey, so okay, we definitely cleaned up the lower layers. What else did you want? And I was like, okay, I want like side bangs. I realize now she's gonna be in a rush. Like, she's got more clients. So I tell her I want my layers kind of cleaned up. Like, I like my layers at their shortest point, kind of hitting like shoulder collarbone area. And I wanted my side bangs kind of trimmed to the brow. So she goes in, and literally, I've never seen anyone do this before. Like, just takes my hair and chops. Like, it's not like cutting downwards, you know, like into the layers. Like, just a choppy layer right here at the front, a choppy layer right at the back, and then one on the other side. And she's like, okay, and then side bangs. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, but that's not like all the layering. Like, I'd never seen anyone layer like that. And it was just very different than the way she had cut before. And I was like, are you gonna add any other layers in? Like, I think that I wanted to be polite, but I was like, I don't really like the way that blends into like my hair length right now. And she's like, I just have another client and I'm already running so behind. You know, do you think like maybe you could come back later? Like, could you come back tomorrow and I could kind of finish you up? And it kind of ended up that my hair was sopping wet when I left the salon. I had one piece of hair cut right here, literally one chunk of hair right there, another chunk in the back, that same length, and another chunk right here. She never touched the bangs. She literally let me leave the salon sopping wet, and the haircut wound up coming to like probably close to $30 more than it was advertised when I initially called. And I just kept thinking about like how long she spent like combing out my hair and talking to me and being very, very casual, and like completely butchered my haircut. And I really did leave it like that for a super long time. I mean, you're not gonna be able to see pictures of it. Like, I don't think I ever photographed it properly because I was trying so hard to hide it. And I kind of whined about it a little bit on my vlog channel, just like what a bad experience it was, but it was the worst salon experience in my entire life. I really wish I'd said something, because towards the end she was just very like, she seemed very irritated that I was irritated. And she stopped being super accommodating, because at first it was like, I'm really sorry about this, my schedule's just so full, like, can you come back tomorrow? And then at the very end she was just like, well, yeah, like, I would have to book you, and I'm actually not sure about my schedule tomorrow, and you'll have to pay like a rescheduling fee and all this and all that. And I was just like, this is really weird. She was not like, she wasn't happy because I wasn't happy, and I don't know, the whole thing was very weird. Like, I guess I can understand a very full schedule, but my hair looked so bad. I can't believe I left the salon just like sopping wet. And that is why I do my hair on my own. I also had a very bad hair color story, so if you guys want to hear about that, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know that you're interested. And yeah, that is how I did my new hair color and also my worst salon experience story time. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you all so soon in the next video. Bye!